Okay, so we talk a lot about kids with ADHD, but today I want to talk about parents with ADHD. Because if you are a parent with ADHD who's parenting, it means you are a parent parenting with ADHD. And what does that mean? It means that it is affecting all of your choices, whether you realize it or not. Now, this isn't always bad because ADHD can be awesome. It often makes you more creative and kind of more fun, more spontaneous, and also up for an adventure. It also might mean that sometimes you lack the rigid structures that would be actually really beneficial. So, one of the ways that this shows up is with limits. Parents with ADHD tend to set limits like this. They're sitting down working when all of a sudden they realize their kid has been on a screen for 45 minutes. They freak out. Oh my gosh, 45 minutes? That's way too long. They tell the kid to get off. The kid receives this rather abrupt, curt, get off the screen. 45 minutes? Oh my goodness. Inside there is a little bit of blame, like the child should have known to do better. Now, indeed, perhaps the child should have. Perhaps you do have a rule that it's 30, but maybe there isn't the scaffolding in the household that helps that child keep to that. And maybe your child sees you making rules with very fuzzy boundaries for yourself because ADHDers tend to have pretty fuzzy boundaries. I say this as someone who has ADHD, and I don't say that with any blame, but it's true. So the reality is, we're often setting rules based on our feelings, not exactly based on the number. So if we're like, hey, 30 minutes, it's like 30 minutes ish. And if I gave myself a rule of 30 minutes, but I wasn't done, I would be like, yeah, well, I'm still not done. And then we turn to our kids and we're like, no, when I said 30 minutes, I meant 30 minutes. But our kids are watching us and they're watching how we live. And if we live with fuzzy boundaries, what we're teaching our kids is, hey, boundaries are fuzzy. So, what we inadvertently can sometimes do, we wonderful, beautiful, amazing parents with ADHD, is we can parent with so much heart, with so much love, with so much creativity, and forget that when I tell you 30 minutes on the screen, that's going to necessitate my helping you transition out of that, my having a plan and a concrete set of rules about what happens after that 30 minutes, my willingness to emotionally be there and help you bridge, because maybe my child has a problem with that hard edge as well. And so, if I'm not doing all of the planning and the scaffolding and the modeling of what I do myself when I hit that 30 minutes, essentially, I'm parenting with boundaries ish. And then I turn to my kid and I'm like, why are your boundaries so squishy? Well, because we gave them the ishy. So, if you want your kid to have firm boundaries, parents with ADHD, make yourself learn what boundaries are. I say that with love. Then hold to them, model that, scaffold it for yourself, scaffold it for them, and help them see to the other side. Once you have all of that in place, here's what it could look like. Hey, I'm going to go do something for 30 minutes. Are you doing your screen time now? Awesome. Do you want to set a timer or should I? Okay, great. All right, I'm going to meet you in the living room in 30 minutes. And what do you want to do right after that? Yeah. Is it something you really want to do? Awesome. I think we should make something that we really want to do right after this because it's going to be a little hard to get off. Okay, great. I love it. You picked a fabulous thing. Awesome. I'm going to see you in the living room in 30 minutes. You said you wanted to go to the park. Why don't we pack our bag now so that we're fully ready and we don't have to think too much? We can just grab the bag and go. Okay, great. All right, let's pack the bag. Bag is packed. It's sitting at your feet and you can just grab it and meet me in the living room. All right, I'll see you in 30. Set that timer and then be there. Don't let your boundary get squishy. Don't spend another minute just because you're not done. Model getting off on time. Be there for the next adventure. And then you're right back at what you do best, which is fun adventures with your family. And if any of you need help learning how to set these boundaries in a less squishy way that have firm, strong edges and yet are based in your values and concurrent and feel really good to you in your heart, I'm here for it. I've had to learn how to do it for myself, and I've helped parents all around the world do the same thing for themselves. Just reach out to me at abigail@motherflippingawesome.com. I'm here, and I personally read every single one of your emails.